Yo people, how's it going? It's your boy Richard Morse back at it again, another Game Week review, and this time it's Game Week number 5, ladies and gentlemen. We got 5 on it, like Loomis fam. Alright, let's get into the results, ladies and gentlemen. Some pretty interesting ones this week, and yeah, some were actually a bit of a shocker, to be honest. So yeah, let's get into them. Alright, we start with the Merseyside derby. It was Liverpool 2, Everton 1, and honestly, the way the game was going, Everton could have made it 2-2. It was getting close, to be fair. But Liverpool held on and kept their 5-win streak on the row. I just literally made a video on the United strand. Imagine if it's a Liverpool fan right now. He could be cutting his hair right now. But no, unfortunately, he's got to wait 4 more wins in a row before he can cut his hair. But yeah, that's 5 wins in a row for Liverpool. Completely unbeaten so far in the Premier League. Nobody's come near them. And yeah, and the way it's going, they've got Palace next. And they could easily make it 6 in a row. But you never know. Palace did beat them in the Community Shield, so that could be the one to end their run. Who knows? We'll see. Obviously, this is a Crystal Palace team that have lost Eze. They could be possibly losing Mateta in January. This is a team that's slowly getting picked apart, so who knows? We'll find out in the next week. Alright, we move on to Brighton 2, Tottenham 2. Now, Brighton were 2-0 up, and then Tottenham managed to claw it back. Whereas usually Tottenham, whenever they go 2-0 down, they never get the result back or get anything back. And if they do, it's very last minute. It's a bit like, when they play Man City, there's a few times where they've scraped a draw right at the end or they've absolutely dominated Man City. But yeah, Brighton have been a bit shaky because we played them the week before and we won 2-1. But they're not completely out of firepower. They do have some players in that team that can get them a few results. And this is one of them right here. I reckon if Brighton made it 3-0, I don't think Tottenham would have got back into this game, to be honest. But fair play to Tottenham. Thomas Frank has really started to change, I think, the mentality of Tottenham, where if this was Big Ange's Tottenham, it would be 4-0, 5-0 to defeat to Brighton. But yeah, fair play to Tottenham. They managed to claw it back for a draw. And I don't know who they have next. Actually, let's have a look. Who've Tottenham got next? Ooh, Spurs have got Wolves next, so yeah, they should bounce back, even though it was a draw. It feels like for me, for Tottenham, that's not a point earned, that's 2 points dropped. But, against Wolves, I'm sure they'll pick up 3 points next week. There's no problem on that. Alright, Burnley 1, Nottingham Forest 1. Now, yeah, speaking of Big Ange, it's not really worked out. It's been pretty much statement from the start, really. Nobody wanted to see Nuno get sacked, especially, apart from the Forest owner, but he's an absolute idiot. But yeah, apart from him, everybody was like, we want to keep Nuno. We've been building a project with Nuno for all these years. Why are you getting rid of him now? And yeah, it's just like, what's going on here? Why is he doing it now? And since Big Ange has come into the team, joined Nottingham Forest, they haven't won a game. They've lost. They got knocked out of the League Cup by Villa. They lost to who was it last week? Who was the week before? Who was it? Oh, well, 3-0 to Arsenal. But in fairness, it's Arsenal, so I think they kind of expected to lose. And yeah, and now they've just drawn against Burnley. It's not really working out that well so far for Ange. And by the way it's going, I don't think he's going to be in this job very long. Because unlike Spurs owners, who's like, he got us a trophy, we can keep him a bit longer. I think as soon as these results really start to pile up, the losses start to pile up, the Forest owners just kick him out as soon as he can. And I feel, I'll be surprised, honestly, if Big Ange makes it past Christmas or into the end of the season. I'd really be surprised. Alright, next on, West Ham versus Crystal Palace. It was West Ham 1, Palace 2. Is anybody really surprised? I mean, Graham Potter, bless him, I think 2 more losses, and I think that's him done. Honestly, there was a rumour that maybe Mourinho might go to West Ham because, everybody knows he loves London and he wants to be in a team that's not in Europe at the moment. But, yeah, it's just for Graham Potter, it's just not worked out at all and it's just all been downhill pretty much from the start, really. So, yeah, I can't see him being in a manager position for much longer. There are rumours that Frank Lampard might take over at West Ham and, I can kind of see that. He was in the West Ham Academy. He's a London lad. He'd love to be in London again. It's closest thing he could probably get to Chelsea at this point. So, yeah. And he's doing well at Coventry, so it wouldn't surprise me if they go for him. All right, we move on to Wolves 1, Leeds 3. I mean, Wolves, man, you're just Wolves literally are this season Southampton. Like, they just lose every week. I don't think they've won a game yet, have they? If they have, it's not been memorable, clearly. But yeah, good win for Leeds. Like, I don't think Leeds have had too many wins so far, but like, I think against Wolves, they were thinking this one's probably the one in the bag. If they don't win against Wolves, then something's really wrong there. So yeah, that's a good win for Leeds. It pushes them up the table. And we're still in that sort of early part of the season where 1 or 2 wins, you can go from being 15th to 4th. Like, the gap in terms of points is not that far at the moment. So it's easy to go from 17th to like 10th or 9th or 8th. Whether then, like, as the season goes on, it's going to get harder and harder. So the quicker you can get up the table fast, the more likely you'll be able to stay in the league. And I think like Leeds and Sunderland are pretty good contenders to stay in the league this season. This isn't going to be one of these seasons where, you know, the 3 that come up go straight back down. I think there's going to be a few twists and turns where we could actually see somebody else go down for a change rather than just the 3 that come up. So yeah, good result for Leeds. Obviously, Bournemouth now play Leeds on Saturday. Annoyingly, I'm not going to be able to make it to the game because I've started a new job and I am working Saturdays, which means any 12:30 game or 3 p.m. game I won't be able to cover. I won't be able to do a match day vlog, and I won't be able to do a live stream, a watch along, if I can't go to the game. I have some booked time off on holiday, so I will try and do some games that I can, but unfortunately my live stream and match day vlog capabilities are now going to be unfortunately limited just because of my new job. It's a hard decision. I wasn't like, it really annoyed me that I can get Saturdays off, but you know, unfortunately, lads, sometimes you got to make sacrifices in life, and unfortunately for me, this is just one of them. So yeah, I'm gutted, but it is what it is. All right, we move on to Man United 2, Chelsea 1. I mean, I can't believe that, right? Everybody thought Chelsea was going to win this game, and I know there's a stat that Chelsea haven't won at Old Trafford since like 2013. For some reason, like no matter how bad Man United are, Chelsea can't seem to get a result there. It's just in their DNA at this point. But still on paper, Man United are so bad. Like, how Chelsea... It would be on Chelsea, typical Chelsea, to be the one team that doesn't beat Man United this season. It's just... I don't know. But Chelsea are a bit weird. Defensively, they're really shaky. Attacking-wise, with Pedro, Palmer, Neto, all those attacking opportunities, they're good. But defensively, they're just really, really shaky. I don't know whether the Club World Cup and the Conference League tournament, not really having a summer off, is starting to affect them and injuries are piling up, or they're just physically and mentally shot already. I mean, we're only, 5 games into the season? They've still got another, 33 games to go. And if they're mentally tapping out already, then God knows what state they're going to be in towards the end of the season. Especially with international break and, you know, the World Cup next season, next summer. Like, yeah, it's going to be a long season for Chelsea, I think. Unless they can make changes in January, I can't see them doing a really good season, to be honest. Or maybe get a new manager. Because I've got a bad feeling if they keep getting bad results, Maresca's job might be in danger. Seriously, it could be. Okay, we move on to Fulham 3, Brentford 1. Yeah, I mean, that's good for Fulham. Like, I wasn't expecting that over Brentford, to be honest. But it's a bit of a nothing game, really. Like, does anybody really care about Fulham and Brentford? Not really. Alright, now we move on to our game. Bournemouth 0, Newcastle 0. All I've got to say about this game is... Christ almighty, lads. What an absolute snooze fest. Honestly, I was so close to falling asleep. I was this close to going up and saying to the ticket office, can I please have a refund? Because I'm literally boring me to sleep right now. I want a refund. Yeah, it was one of those games where defensively we were good. Like, we were solid. We kept the new guy, Voldemort, as I like to call him. We kept him quiet. Diakite absolutely pocketed him. But the problem is, neither side could actually hit a barn door today. Like, literally, it was one of those games when neither side actually did anything attacking-wise. And to be honest, neither side really did enough to win the game. We did have David Brooks' goal ruled off, but even with that, like, we didn't really do anything afterwards. So, yeah. Overall, it's a point, so I guess we get something out of it. But at the same time, for me, it's not a point gained, it's 2 points dropped. And now we got to go up against Leeds away. Leeds away is going to be an interesting one. We never historically do well there, so... we'll see. we'll see how that one goes. All right, now we move on to Sunderland 1, Aston Villa 1. Yeah, I feel like that's a fair result. I think Sunderland, people underestimate Sunderland and think like, oh, they're going to be an easy 3 points in the bag. But no, honestly, they find a way to get something out of every game so far. And Villa, defensively, they just are a bit shaking. And to be honest, even attack-wise, they're not really doing that well either. Like, Watkins, I don't think he's scored a goal yet. Or maybe he has, one or two, if that. But yeah, I don't think Villa have really strengthened enough in the summer transfer window either. It feels like, when they had Rashford on loan, they didn't make him permanent when they should have done, really. He didn't want to be a Man United. That's why he's gone off to Barcelona. Like, they had all these, loan deals they made that were really contributing to the team, but they didn't make permanent, and now they're paying the price for it. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a long one for Aston Villa, and it could be possibly Emery's last season if he doesn't really turn things around. But we'll see. All right, the final game of this week was Arsenal 1, Man City 1. Haaland scored in the first 9 minutes. And I think based on the way Arteta set up the team, everyone kind of expected City to win. It was just really a weird sort of formation and team selection. I think even all Arsenal fans are still ranting. He didn't go into the game thinking he could win. He was going into that game hoping not to lose. He basically did a Mourinho and parked the bus. And it wasn't until he made a few changes that maybe things started to click differently. And obviously Martinelli scoring the 93rd, 94th minute to make it 1-1. And I think in Arsenal's mindset, they thought there was a few minutes left that they could possibly snatch something out of this. But no, unfortunately, they left it too late for an equalising goal or possibly a winning goal. So yeah, overall, Arsenal 1, Man City 1. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's the review for this week. I will be doing another one next week when I get back from London. I'll be away this weekend. I will be trying to do it back on Monday. I do have work the next day, so I'll try and post out this video as quickly as I can. And yeah, I'm excited for another week of football. Thank you for watching my video, boys. I've been your boy, Richard Morse. Up there, cherries. And I'll catch you next week. See you later.